March is MS Awareness Month, multiple sclerosis. It's one of the harder conditions for people to manage and live with. It's degenerative, it comes in fits and flares, and there are many different aspects and types to it, but it affects the entire body. They can't always live comfortably, and it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse as it goes along. Do we treat it with acupuncture? Yes, we do. Does it respond to acupuncture? Yes, it does. Now, one of the biggest problems we have is that if you can treat it and catch it early, people tend to find that the degeneration of the myelin sheath doesn't degenerate quite so quickly. There's some fantastic studies on acupuncture in the early stages. But most people don't get a diagnosis in the early stages. In fact, most people spend 5 to 10 years trying to get a diagnosis, and it's only once it's got so bad that it shows on an actual MRI or CT that they finally get diagnosed, so they don't get any early treatment. So what are the early warning symptoms of MS? And again, in each person it can be different. It's not the same. But some of the early warning signs are blurry vision and visual problems, seeing floaters and things out the corner of their eyes. They always kind of looking over their shoulder because they think they see something out the corner of their eyes. Tingling sensation, increases of pins and needles, but mostly a weird, strange tingling sensation, and often in the legs, and they may have been diagnosed with restless leg syndrome. Sometimes some numbness and tingling can happen in the face, and they just kind of like feel a bit numb here or a bit numb here or here, but it's not drooped, it's not a stroke, it's just a bit numb sometimes, and as quick as it comes, it's gone. Or they can feel like a weird stabbing. An increase in clumsiness. They're just tripping over their own feet and dropping things a bit strange. More importantly, just stumbling a little bit. Oh, I just stumbled over my own feet. I'm a bit tired. And speaking of the last one, increased tiredness. So these are often the early warning signs of it. It doesn't mean that you have MS, but if you're having these symptoms, it's definitely worth getting that checked. And again, speak to your acupuncturist, speak to your therapist, see what can be done. There are no cures for MS, but there is some fantastic medications that can manage it, and there are some bad ones that don't. See what can be done for you, but know those early warning signs. This has been Thoughts with Points. Take care.